TalesFromRetail, Episode 11. Blood member tells me not to disrespect him because he made a mistake and got mad. I work in a small convenience store chain in the upper middle US. This is my second employment here. I was previously employed 2 years ago. This is kind of important to the story. A guy comes in this evening and wants to purchase 2 Jazz Black and Amp milds. He has exactly $21.56 on his debit card. The total is $2.09. He gives me 2 quarters, takes 3 pennies from the penny jar, and pays the remaining $1.56 on a card. The machine prompts him asking if he wants cash back. He enters $20 and confirms. The till rings up, pops open, but says the change due is $0. We're both confused, but the receipt says he got $20 back. He starts raising his voice, so I raise my hand calmly, asking him to calm down so I can try to figure it out. He gets louder, claiming I'm disrespecting him, and walks out to show me on his phone that he was right. He gets in his car and drives away without the cigars he paid for. He comes back about 15 minutes later, admits that he was wrong, because his card charges $1 for transactions and he didn't have enough to get that cash back. He goes on, however, to show me an ID on his phone, a California ID, stating that he's a blood, and to not disrespect him again. You've disrespected me twice now. This time, and the first time when you pretended to not know me or what I wanted to buy. The context to that last bit is that he used to come in all the time when I worked here before, 2 years ago. He expected me to remember him, and what he buys. This guy comes in every single day. I don't know how I'm gonna handle the next time he comes in, because I sure as hell don't wanna serve someone that has threatened me. Quick thinking saves a coworker's feet. I worked with this guy a few years ago at the retail store where I'm employed. He was generally a nice fellow, a bit obnoxious and overbearing, but otherwise a decent and jolly person. He was diabetic and struggled with the typical foot issues which often come with that condition, including really bad foot odor. He sometimes had to change his socks and wash his feet halfway through his shift to avoid being offensive to those around him. He was doing his usual sock change one day and apparently got the bright idea to try some all-natural, concentrated, citrus oil-based room deodorizing spray directly on his feet to see if it would help to stifle the odor a bit more. Pretty sure his reasoning was that natural equals safe to use. As many of us know, that is not often the case. Having come in on the aftermath of this with him getting red in the face and panicky because his feet suddenly started burning and he was frantically and clumsily trying to wash them in the sink in my department. He's middle-aged and not very flexible, so it was difficult for him, which didn't seem to help much. I asked him what happened and immediately remembered that spray was oil-based, not for topical use, highly acidic, and likely had started to sink into his skin, making it difficult to wash off. At this point I remembered some basic high school chemistry about bases counteracting acids and breaking up oils fairly well, ran to the back of my department, grabbed some baking soda, a bucket, filled it a third of the way with water, dropped a handful of baking soda in it, mixed it up quick and told him to immediately put his feet in the bucket. His relief was nearly instantaneous. We waited until the burning subsided completely and a few minutes more just to be safe, gave his feet a rinse off, and followed up with some lotion because the solution likely stripped away much of the oils in his skin as well as the citrus oil. A few days later, he thanked me for what I did and told me that he'd gone to his podiatrist to get help with the chemical burns. The podiatrist told him that, in light of his other health and foot issues, I had probably saved his feet. I don't think I've ever saved another person's body parts before, so this was a unique experience. The kicker is that I flunked out of high school chemistry but did at least remember enough to help someone out. Crazy lady decides to get mad at me for doing my job. So today is like the 7th day since I've started my new job. I work in the kids section of the store. This lady comes and wants this toy for her kid or relative. The toy rang up as $20. I let her know that and she tells me that it's 50% off. Policy of the store is to ask the customer to show us where so we can check the price.
She gets frustrated but leads me there.
I check the signage, but it's not for the toy, it's for the toys in the surrounding area. She first snatches the toy and sign out of my hand and says she will go to the manager herself. Then I tell her that I will call for one. I call for one and he comes. She explains that I was being rude to her and that she wants the price as on the sign. He begrudgingly gives it to her after she yells at both of us for the store being unfair.
She gets what she wants and leaves.
But what's different in this job is that the managers check up on the employees, so maybe a few moments later when I'm fixing the clothes, I hear him talking to the other managers about the situation, and when I return to my area, they give me a break and send me downstairs. I love my managers at my job. Customer wants a refund for not knowing how to do his job. Happened today. I cashier at a local hardware store where every employee legitimately has great customer service chops, which is a big reason why I shopped here before and wanted to be part of the staff.
Most of our customers recognize and many actually thank us for how easy we make their shopping.
Except Mr. High Biz for the safety t-shirt he was wearing. About 10 minutes before close, Guy and his sidekick comes in. I'm on one of 2 open registers, anticipating some last-minute biz that needs to move along. He tells me he needs 3 bags of quick-set concrete but doesn't know what size or any specifics, and to get somebody who knows about concrete bonding adhesive. I tell him all those guys are out in the shed, with the lumber and bulk materials, and they don't come in. He stands in the way as some other customers walk up and tells me to tell one to come in, since he's trying to multitask. How's that for an entrance? I radio the shed that a customer wants help inside with concrete adhesive, which Hy-Vees can hear. They don't respond. Since I don't even know where the product is, I then call to ask where to find it, and the customer adds that he needs the colors too, which someone chimes in are next to the adhesive. Hy-Biz and Amp, sidekick go back to the aisle. I suspend his ticket and ring up the next few people, then Hy-Biz reappears with 1 jug of stuff, then shouts back to Sidekick a couple questions.
Sidekick mumbles back that Hy-Biz needs to come back to the aisle,
where he just was, which he does. When they return, Hy-Biz now has a story for me that his boss threatened to call the police on him because the concrete he bought from us earlier hadn't cured before somebody drove on it, and it's our fault since Hy-Biz is dyslexic and illiterate, and he bought that concrete after one of our guys read the label to him giving him the impression that it would cure in the indicated set time, not even close to the same thing.
So he wants a refund on the product he bought and used.
I call the cashier manager. Customer repeats himself. She barely waits for him to finish and calls the store manager on duty, who hears it and sighs. Just to get Hy-Vees out of the store, Maud gives him a break on the replacement product he's buying, but not the other, more expensive, stuff. Through all this, Hy-Vees is blocking one of 2 open registers, and the growing line of last-minute folks are trying to ignore the show. Once all customers are clear, Maud is making rounds and I mentioned that I was glad our people kept their cool while Hy-Vees blamed us for not knowing how to do his job. Maud replies, yeah, I just wanted him to get the fuck out. Idiot, we'll probably see him again, curious to see how often he mentions his disability in future. Today I'm a parrot. See, I need to return these. Hands me clearly marked clearance items. I scan them to see when the last time we sold the items. Of the 3 the customer handed me, only one even registered with a last time sold date, November 18. Me, I'm sorry sir, the last time we sold this was over 6 months ago and the others won't even pull up so I cannot refund them. See, but I don't want them and I've only had them since April. Me, I can't refund them since my system says it's been over 6 months. See, but I got them in April, and repeat about 15 more times. The other guy the first had waiting found the whole thing ridiculously hilarious. Thankfully dude gave up and accepted defeat and I have an inexplicable need for some crackers.
You want us to pay $2,000 for your outfit.
Warning, I suck at spelling and will try to correct them. Cast me, dude really, Karen, K, coworker, CO and manager. An amp, #X200B.
So I worked in the cosmetic department of the Mart of Wall.
I had just finished cleaning an aisle that was mainly nail polish, which are on trays that stack on top of each other, and moved to the next aisle to zone that up as well. Not 5 minutes in do I hear that unmistakable crash of nail polish breaking on the floor. I swing over to make sure that no one's hurt and how much stuff I need to clean it up. I look over to see this lady, our Karen, wearing silk-looking top and puffy silk pants, looking like she just came out from some Middle Eastern country, covered in white nail polish. Me, are you okay? K, no I am not.
This nail polish exploded on my $2,000 outfit. Me,
did it fall? I know that it can happen if it's not put on the tray properly. K, no. I set the nail polish on the railing down there and it just exploded all over my outfit. I want a manager now.
Someone is paying for this.
I tell her to wait there and I call over a manager and my coworker who can look at the cameras. During this time she's screaming how her outfit cost $2,000 and you will pay for it. My manager is talking to her to see what had happened while I hang back to talk to my CO. Me, asterisk, to my CO coworker, asterisk, I just cleaned that area, and that nail polish sits on the very bottom tray, so unless someone had picked it up before her and put it up top, there is no way to would just explode. It had to have fallen. CO, I'll go look cause I agree there's no way with that splatter, which was big, covered the whole aisle, that it just popped. While I'm cleaning up the mess, Karen keeps repeating, you will pay for my outfit, to the manager's reply only if it's our fault, and keeps going round and round with those two statements. CO finally comes back, but by the time I had to put the chemicals and cleaning into the popper disposal area. Coming back, there was no Karen in sight but CO had the biggest smile on his face. He told me that the cameras showed Karen had bent down, picked up the nail polish from the bottom tray, looked at it, put it on the top tray incorrectly and it fell all over her. Then they see me no soon after coming around the corner. CO told Karen and the manager this. Manager, well it looks like that you placed it incorrectly and it fell, it didn't explode, therefore it is your fault. The company is not obligated to pay for your outfit. K, how dare you? How am I supposed to get this out? Manager says he doesn't know and to try nail polish remover or a dry cleaners, then walks off leaving her jaw on the floor and pissed. K, I'm never shopping here again.
You hear me?
This place is trash. CO and I are laughing mainly cause of two things. 1. Who wears a $2,000 outfit to Mart of Wall and 2. Like your business will tank us. Thank you. Next.